Man, what the hell is going on in Cleveland? What the hell is going on with Kevin Love? For those that didn't see the game last night, Cleveland Cavaliers took on the Toronto Raptors and the Cavaliers lost. But the bigger story is Kevin Love once again had, I guess what we're calling maybe a mini temper tantrum on the court. The ref inbounded him the ball. He went and just tossed it right to the Toronto Raptors. By this time, Toronto was up by a couple points, but Kevin Love basically just quit on his team, and we know that this is not something that's new. Last year when they took on OKC, Kevin Love angrily was clapping at Colin Sexton to pass him the ball, and then Kevin Love basically whipped it across the court to C.D. Osman. I don't know what is going on with Kevin Love. I have two trains of thoughts. First thought is about his mental health. Obviously, Kevin Love has been a player that's spoken out about his mental health. But if we're being real, the mental health issues started to arise when he got to Cleveland. I'm sure there was, prior instances of him when he played for UCLA or in Minnesota or in his past life, but this really all started to amp up the attitude, the desire to not even want to win, the desire to not even want to play has really come around post-LeBron Cleveland era. So we need to figure it out because obviously, we cannot have a player that's as talented as Kevin Love be going through the motions like this and basically giving up on his team, a young team, that who knows how this is going to affect the squad in the long run. So, put his name on the milk carton, send it to the newspapers, fire up the hashtag on Twitter, free Kevin Love. This man needs to get out of Cleveland. He needs to get out of the state of Ohio, and he needs to get on an actual NBA team that he feels he can contribute to and he feels he can win with, because clearly he doesn't care playing for the Cavaliers anymore. Sure, he's got his bag, he's got his money, but I really don't think that he cares that much about that. In an era this year where we're seeing guys like LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin being bought out of their contracts, I wonder if that might happen with Kevin Love. Now, Kevin Love does carry quite a big contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, still with 2 more years remaining after this year at around $30 million per year. I think it's 31 next year and 28 on the last year. So that's a lot of money for the Cavaliers to want to just buy him out. So he might have to dish a couple coins back to make the buyout happen, if that's the road they want to go down. If that's the road where Kevin Love wants it to happen, maybe it's a bigger issue. Maybe it really isn't about basketball, and that's where I get a little worried about Kevin Love, because he has expressed his mental illnesses in the past. He has expressed his thoughts of depression. So maybe it is a bigger issue when it comes to Kevin Love, and it's something that he needs to maybe take a year off basketball and look into a bit further. But if it is, basketball related and he does want to get out of Cleveland, I totally understand why. Who would want to play for Cleveland? Not to say that they're a bad team, it's just right now, I don't really know if Kevin Love even fits with them. They've got their bigs, they've got young bull in Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, but Kevin Love doesn't really fit into that picture. So, if Kevin Love is to be bought out, who do I think he goes to? Well, a few teams do pop up right away, first in my mind, and I think of the Los Angeles Lakers. Teaming back up with LeBron. Obviously, we saw that was a good combo in Cleveland. Does LeBron really need that much more help? I'm sure he would like a shooting big, but are we just kind of having two teams play in the playoffs, or do we want to see some actual parity when it comes to the West and to the East? Obviously, the Nets are probably the favorites to come out of the East. I think Philadelphia is the one team that threatens them the most. But if they get Kevin Love in Los Angeles Lakers land, is it now the favorite for the Lakers to come out of the West? I don't know. How much value does he actually bring? Because if we've looked at the past 2 years, especially the two instances last night and with OKC last year, is he there to play? Does he care about playing? Does he just care about the money? Is he kind of done with basketball? I mean, I think he's 32, 31, so he's had a decent career. But I don't know. So I think of the Los Angeles Lakers, or I think of his hometown, Portland, Oregon, going to link up with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, and of course Carmelo Anthony. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting combo. I think what that team needs really more than anything is defense. I don't think Kevin Love really brings that. He's definitely much more of an offensive big, but you know, I think that'd be interesting. I think he would like that. And you know, really things do come down to your mental health. And maybe Portland's a great choice for him. I think Portland's a team that they're not one of those top 2, top 3 hitters in the West, but they're definitely a team that can make some noise and go on a bit of a run. And maybe Kevin Love just helps them even more. So I would be interested to see him in a Portland Trailblazers uniform. But we don't know. We'll see where it goes. But for now, I think the rivalry between Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers is going to stay on until the end of the season. And you know, I look at the 2 clips when Cleveland played the Raptors on Monday night and when Cleveland played the Oklahoma City Thunder last year. And I know he is their starting guard, but Colin Sexton is in both of those clips. Colin Sexton was the one that was holding on to the ball in OKC that Kevin Love, you know, essentially clapped in his face for him to pass it. But I wonder if Kevin Love's issues are, you know, about his mental health, are about the team in Cleveland, or maybe more so about the youth movement and specific players. I think Colin Sexton is very much a savvy veteran type of player, but he's only played for a couple of years. And you know, that probably could rub a few veterans the wrong way, because it's like, what have you done? Why are you all up in arms when you haven't done anything in this league? So I don't know if there's a bit of a rivalry between those two. I do know that Kevin Love has come out and said that he loves the combo of Darius Garland and Colin Sexton. But we all know from certain NBA players that you can say one thing out of the side of your mouth and mean a totally other thing.
My name is Nick. Are you going to leave us like LeBron left us?
It's a great question. No, I won't leave. I'm not leaving.
Kyrie, how important is it to see number 11 up there one day?
It's quite important, and I appreciate that, Scout. I joined in, but I shared it with some of my teammates as well as the organization and everyone else in Boston. If you guys will have me back, I plan on re-signing here next year.
Boom!
So I don't know. It's an interesting theory. I'll be really interested to see what happens over the next few weeks. If Kevin Love stays with the Cleveland Cavaliers, if Kevin Love gets, obviously there's no trades anymore because the trade deadline is passed, but if Kevin Love does get bought out, and then if none of that happens, what happens next year? I really don't think he's lacing up for the Cleveland Cavaliers come the 21-22 season. So we'll just have to wait and see, but for now, someone needs to check in on Kevin Love, because dude is just, I mean, it's not like he is a Hall of Famer anyways, but an NBA champion, you know, a veteran in this league, someone that has expressed that he does have some mental illnesses. He's someone that we need to check in on and make sure all is good, because, you know, maybe it's deeper than basketball. If you like this video, definitely make sure that you let me know by leaving a like down below and comment on where you think Kevin Love might end up. Will he stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers for the remainder of his contract? Will he get bought out? Will he ask for a trade? What is in store for Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers for these next 2 years? Definitely make sure you leave a comment in the section below so I know your opinions. And if you like this sort of style of video, please also let me know in the comment section below. I'm looking to possibly do some more of these shorter videos where I give you my take on current NBA situations, past or present, and possibly future. So make sure you comment that down below as well. And of course, make sure you stay up to date by following this YouTube channel and following my Instagram, Tobias X Barkley. I'll leave that down below. That way you can stay up to date on everything that I'm releasing, everything that I'm posting on Instagram, and you can give me ideas for future videos, whether it be about music or whether it be about sports. See you in the next video. Peace.